Gemini. Let's see what you get. Gemini, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is a message for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is an energy reading, so you take this energy where and how it resonates with you guys. It's a timeless message, Gemini, so it comes to you when it's supposed to come to you. There is, however, a new message every single week, so if you really love these messages, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Gemini, 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 Gemini. If you're looking for a personal reading, I do those. There are no time slots available this week anymore, but next week, definitely take a look. www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. Oh. Okay. The cards. We have lay a solid foundation falling on top of a snake, but the snake is upright. And so snake upright is very healing, but I still can't help to understand it as there's this energy of laying a solid foundation on top of a snake. So on top of something that is ever moving, ever winding, not really meant to stay in one place, or something that was sort of sick or twisted, if you will. But upright, there is a sense of lay a solid foundation, time to heal. The card that's in reverse, act as if, is chameleon, which means that that's coming off. You're not trying to pretend like something isn't there or isn't wrong anymore. So even if something is wrong, Gemini, there is an acceptance of, okay, maybe I did do this wrong. Or maybe it's almost like saying pause, stop, wait. Don't pretend like things are good just because pretending things are good will help you rush through them to the next step. This is the energy of, no, I'm not doing that. This time, I'm not doing that now. I'm going to see exactly where I am, and is this a good place to trust? Can I trust this situation? And if I can't, I'm going to believe what I see and not settle for it, and not settle here. There is a sense of wisdom here in the acceptance of the reality of the situation, as opposed to losing yourself in the fantasy of the situation. It doesn't mean that the situation is perfect. It means that you are brave enough to see that the situation is perfect and treat the situation as is appropriate, as opposed to trying to just sort of lay that foundation over ground that you know is built on a fault line, you know? Like there's something here that is twisted, it's sidewinding. The healthy decision is to know that, see that, and reveal that, to be honest with it. So if you're in a situation right now, especially you guys who are so clever and can basically convince anybody of anything, it's saying, but you know something is there. And convincing somebody of something isn't going to make that go away. And the best way to win over whoever you're trying to win over, or even just to win the situation, is to not lie about it. This is the time to speak directly and honestly, truthfully. And I think that that will really stun people. That will really shock the crap out of them. It's because you realize that, well, I don't want problems down the road, and I don't want to end up having to twist myself to believe this lie or deception. And you know, it's not even just like a blatant deception. It's like, say you first start dating somebody and you get this, knows. Like they say something or do something. It's not an irritation. You could feel a red flag go up, but you push it down because you're like, but this is new and they're so cute and they're still returning my calls. And, you know, then you start to convince yourself with all the good stuff they're doing. But an irritation is different than a red flag. And there's some red flag here. And I think you're at a point right now where you're exposing it. And you're like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this shit anymore. I'm not playing these games anymore. That's not where I'm at in my life. A red flag is a goddamn red flag, and I'm going to fucking talk about it. I'm going to talk about this. We're going to look at it, and we're going to see what this is about. And if this ain't about if this is something that I can't handle, then we're going to scrap this, because I'm not getting myself into a situation moving forward where I'm going to have to constantly field these fucking red flags, pretending like they're not there, taking them out when another was just going to pop up in its place. It's like, that's a waste of my time. And also, you could lie to a lot of people, but you can't lie to yourself. And when we start trying to twist shit and lie to ourselves, that is when our life starts to degrade and fall apart. So that is definitely, ooh, we got something from the past up in here. Hold up. Underlying energy. This is love that went wrong. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. This is love that went wrong. Either bad love or unrequited love, or love that was not fulfilled. This could also be a broken heart, anger, bitterness, something twisted, or a deceptive beauty. Right? This is in reverse. It's like someone tried to show you all the pretty stuff and hide the fact that, you know, I'm just a bird. Right? So yeah, my instincts were absolutely correct here, or my intuition was absolutely correct here. You've experienced this before. That this is why these red flags are going up. So confirmed, Gemini, the red flags are going up because you have learned this lesson before, and something tells me this lesson was a very difficult one and could have almost taken you fucking down. So now you're like, yeah, I'm not playing this. As soon as this pops itself up, I'm gonna acknowledge it and call it out. We have, and nothing is wasted. So this is vulture. That's interesting in the past. So somebody was definitely willing to. It's almost like you were left picking off of scraps. You were left picking off of scraps because of some sort of deception or unfulfilled love, or somebody here was left picking off the dead shit. Like that was your only choice because you had ignored this same feeling. So this same feeling in the past. So this feeling is coming up again, and it is confirmed, Gemini. This is a similar situation. These spidey senses were developed inside of you to remind you of the danger that you had gotten into before. So yes, 100% confirmed, you are right. And this is why you're like, yeah, oh, we're not pretending here. No. No. We're gonna take off all the masks. I'm not gonna pretend to be what I'm not. I'm gonna let it all out. I'm gonna lay it on the line and let people really see deception, because you can feel deception. And you know what's interesting? Somebody's ugly isn't as ugly as somebody's deception. Excuse me. I'll say it again. Somebody's ugly is not as ugly as somebody's deception. It is, and glamour is deception. You know, it's glamour is deception. Glamour is attractive and intentionally enticing deception. So whatever is looking too good is lying. Because we've all got ugly. And you can tell the true ugly by the people who are trying to cover up any of their ugly. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's ugly parts of all of us. The ugly ain't ugly. The deception is ugly. Okay. We're going to get into specifics, don't you worry. And there's always an extended reading where I can be extraordinarily candid, and I hope you guys join me after this reading. Hold your vision. Oh, for some reason, I just got a chill down my spine. So this moon card is saying, intuitively, you know, and you have to continue to hold your vision. Whatever that means for you, hold on to it. and don't be deceived or think you have to deceive. No. It's almost like not just hold your vision, hold your morality, hold your ethics. It's almost like Seven of Wands, this sense of stand firm on what you believe. And even if you don't feel like you've got the upper hand, you do have the high ground. Let's get into details. Gemini, where are we at? Where are we at? Can I have details, please? Like, how is this playing out? Oh, yeah, okay. So somebody's either scared and being greedy. They're greedy because they're scared. They're holding on to every little bit. But in doing so, they're also tying themselves up and they're limiting themselves. But this is also, this could be financial responsibility. Let's keep going on. It's about holding on to money somehow. But I've got, in the back of my head, this is greed. Okay, heartbreak here. Heartbreak because of greed. Heartbreak because of instability that we're trying to make stable, even though we know it's not stable. Heartbreak because maybe somebody chose money over you. Heartbreak because somebody's just not willing to budge. Okay? More, please. Ooh, Strength card is here. So this is a test of strength to see how much you can endure. There's something, or there was this could be situational too. It doesn't have to be a someone. That money is tight, like a recession. It's heartbreaking, like it's really anxiety ridden and worrisome, and it's making you sad. It is making you strong. So it's almost like saying, Gemini, you got this. You don't need to worry or compromise. You've got this. And then you have yourself. The Lovers card came out. Now, could this also be speaking of... no. This is somebody coming back from the past because of... Or, not the past, but... Yeah, it's like where you're trying to resolve a situation here. You're trying to resolve it, make it fair for everybody. Somebody's clinging on and holding on. You're the strong one. You have the upper hand in this situation. The Lovers is here. That's you, and the Strength card. So these are both upright. You have the Strength here, but there's something else. Somebody could be, I'm going to say this. Somebody's trying to play on your sympathies to get you to budge. Trying to make the budge look like it's, oh, but it would be so good of you. It would be so nice. No. Somebody's trying to get you to compromise because they know they're not the strong ones. And the only way to win or get what they want is to get you to agree to it. And so it's almost like somebody's trying to play on your sympathies, as well as play on, I know you want this done, but I'm going to keep nagging at you until you do it the way I want. This is what they're saying, Gemini, is call a spade, call them out for their bullshit, and turn on the strength and show them exactly who is in charge here. Because make no mistake, it is you. It is you. Somebody is trying to play you. Ace of Pentacles here. That's right. Do not settle. Because Ace of Pentacles is here to say there's so much abundance here, or we're talking about a lot of money or a lot of success, which is what is at stake. You're the one that holds it in your hands. Somebody wants a piece of it. Okay. Whatever that is, there's a lot of opportunities that are coming for you. Once again, this is going to be very, very clear to you, Gemini, and there's going to be a directional change that's coming up in your life, and that directional change is one. See, somebody know there's an energy here that absolutely knows you're about to skyrocket. There's a lot of opportunities coming. Definitely take the opportunity and make the change, because guess what? It's going to lead to tremendous success and tremendous victory and tremendous happiness. Somebody's trying to cut you off right now or get you to yield, because that's the way the weak win, is they convince the strong to not win by saying to win would be evil or wrong or incorrect or you know, help me, take me along because you'll show how good you are. It's like, I know exactly what you are. Don't you try to convince them. I know what you are. And you down in the rut because you deserve to be. So don't you dare. Like, that's the kind of energy that's here, because there's so much abundance ahead. Really is. And it's really, look at, even if this is not good versus evil, right? This is just simply, times are hard right now, Gemini. But by the end of the week, you're going to see a major breakthrough. So do not give up. This has been the constant message that I've been getting in all of these readings. And for you, its opportunity is coming through. It's going to, and your life is going to take a hard right. Like, it's going to veer off and take you in a direction that you've been wanting to go anyway. Well, you're going to get those permissions. You're going to be able to do it. You're going to veer. You're going to steer. You're going to, yeah, and it's going to be a good idea. It's going to happen so quickly that to give up in any way, including giving up your ground now, would be bad. It would be detrimental. This is not about stubbornness. This is about faith. That's what Hold Your Vision is about. It's not about insisting I'm right or having to be right. It's about something inside of you knows that, this is the ebb to the flow. And the flow always comes back. And you can feel it. You can feel it, right? The ebb has this pull. Oh, my God. But that means you could feel when it starts to release. And even though you could just start, it's coming. You're gonna go forward. Whoosh. You feel. So it's not necessarily what you know. It's definitely what you feel. And I think intuitively you've got it right. Let's go to the extended.